Well, welcome everybody to Why You Need These Drops. I am Michelle McKay with my amazing partner here, Cynthia Bolden, who I might say just had a birthday yesterday. So we're still celebrating her birthday. And her birthday to me is every day because she's such a giver. She gives on her birthday. So we just wanted to honor her tonight. But we have an amazing guest, Coach Todd Rowland. We are honoring National Men's Health Awareness Month this month. And so we really want all the guys out there to know how important it is for you to be looking at this as a business. Because y'all know, if you've been on my calls, you know we want to get these drops in the hands of billions. And so we know it's going to take men joining us as well to do that. So, Todd, we want to honor you and give you all the time you need tonight. And cannot wait to hear from you, Todd. I'm going to spotlight you. There you go. And thank you, Todd, for being on. We appreciate you so much.
Absolutely. You guys do such an amazing job with this call, and it's so appreciated. Michelle or Cynthia, could y'all? I've got two devices on here. If you can make them co-host. The one that my picture's not up on is the one I really need.
Okay, let's see. I got you co-host on one. Let me see the other. Cynthia, can y'all help me find
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
other?
looking for too. Yeah.
Okay, wait 1 second.
Todd. Okay, T.
I'm not seeing another Todd. Is it something else, Todd?
Michelle, it's at the very bottom.
It could likely say partner co-presenter.
Okay, let's see.
No, it's in his Todd Rowland. I see it on the screen.
I see it at the very bottom.
Okay, for some reason I'm not able to get to it.
See.
Cynthia, can anybody else see it? Mary Catherine, are you able to see it?
Let's see.
Why is it not letting me
I don't
see
see it on the
Todd?
bottom.
Oh, here we go. Now I
I
got
just
it. Okay, I got
got
it.
it.
Okay.
You
Thank
got
you.
it. You got it, Cynthia?
Okay, I see it.
Okay, now I got it, Todd. I'm so sorry. Got you going. All right.
Yeah, we're working now. Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. And while we're waiting, Todd is one of our top leaders in the company and just such an amazing mentor, trainer. And so we're just so excited to hear from you tonight. Todd, you had such an awesome knowledge of all the products and of this business. So we cannot wait to hear from you guys and want all the men on this call to listen up. So Todd, you take it away.
Yeah, this is a unique presentation tonight because it's going to be focused strictly on the drops and really tonight strictly on men. Although our bodies are very similar, um, I'm just going to speak directly to the man and some of the things that we have to be very conscious of if we want to stay healthy and live a long life. And I got what's called a CSCS. It's a Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist. And to get that, you've got to have your master's degree. So I got that in kinesiology and nutrition. And I did that 35 years ago. And the last 35 years, it's just been a passion of mine. I'm going to be 57 here in a couple of months. And we just keep fighting it. And more important than the workout actually is the sleep, the hydration, the recovery, the nutrition, and taking care of yourself. So I want to begin this talking specifically to men because 70% of us men above 35 years old walk around with what's called metabolic dysfunction. The doctor could have said you're a pre-diabetic, but you do not have to be a pre-diabetic to have metabolic dysfunction. You just have elevated blood sugar before that numbers hit that particular number on the chart. We call you a pre-diabetic or a type 2 diabetic. If you're a type 2 diabetic, currently just know that it's not a disease, it's a dietary disease, meaning that we can change that up very quickly with what we do and do not put in our mouth. We're going to cover that here extensively. But how you can know if you're got metabolic dysfunction is if you go to the doctor and you have two of the three of what I'm about to mention. You have elevated blood pressure, you have high triglycerides, and you have elevated bad cholesterol. If you have two of those three, you have metabolic syndrome. No ifs, ands, or buts. The elevated blood pressure is generally, and the elevated bad cholesterol are generally culprits of walking around with elevated blood sugar for an extended period of time. The single most important thing us men can do, women, you also, but specifically men, is get our resting glucose down below 100 and get our A1Cs significantly below 6, 5 point something, never above 6. And that's still being a little bit lenient. So, and you can now self-test this. Like if you don't want to go to the doctor every 60 days, you can go to your favorite pharmacy and buy a self-glucose monitor. You can order it on Amazon. You can now, there's apps you can download. There's a million ways you can check it. It's probably the single most important thing a person should do. So now we're going to talk about how we attack that. Just know the company that makes the product I'm getting ready to talk to you about is called Partner Co. We have 100 products. They're all fabulous. And I'm not going to talk about it tonight, but all of our superfood drinks are really good for inflammation. And I would encourage you to use at least MOA and or Noni or Lemu. Use something else to reduce inflammation and get good cellular nutrition. All of our products, to include the product, the drops we're talking about tonight, are doctor created. Dr. Strand who is our top doctor, has a really unique view. He's 80 years old, and he's been doing the what you call the checkups for all the city council, firemen, and policemen of Sioux Falls, South Dakota for 40 years. So he has their blood work, and he has the exact correlation of elevated blood sugar and all-cause mortality. Dr. Strand has a very bold statement. He says that if you walk around with elevated blood sugar, even if you're not even a pre-diabetic, just elevated blood sugar, period, over a period of time, you are 25 times more likely to be diagnosed with a cancer event or a cardiovascular event than if you do not walk around with elevated blood sugar. Many doctors in the natural world agree with that. I did a meeting in one of the top aortic surgeons in the world's living room, and I shared that in the living room, and I asked Dr. Ross after that meeting, I said, do you agree with Dr. Strand that 70% of the people walk around with metabolic syndrome and that you're 25 times more likely for a cardiovascular event? And Dr. Ross said back to me, he said, it's more like 80%, but more importantly, it is 100% of the patients that are adults on my operating table. And in today's world, it's almost all of the kids. So just know that this product here, the drops, are the singular best thing that I have seen in my 35 years of helping the average man and woman, but we're talking to men tonight, get this under control. Can you get it under control strictly by changing diet? You 100% can. The question I always ask, why haven't you already? And there's a plethora of reasons why most people haven't. Number one, they're hungry all the time. So some ingredients in these drops suppress the ghrelin hormone, the hunger hormone. The other reason is because you have metabolic syndrome, your insulin doesn't work right anymore. When it comes and removes blood sugar, it doesn't take you to baseline anymore. It takes you below baseline. And when you go below baseline in blood sugar, you're ravagingly hungry. You're reaching for the Mountain Dew, the Snickers bar, the whatever it is to get that back up. So you start this roller coaster, and we chase it, a lot of us, all day long. So just know that first clear bottle. By the way, I say this to all bigger men. I consider a bigger man plus 230. Do the drops 4 times per day and leave it in your mouth for 30 seconds separately. I don't care if they're around food. I love intermittent fasting. Very good for you. So if you're intermittent fasting for part of the day, just get them in your mouth when you're driving down the road, sitting at your desk, whenever you can. Do them separately, not together, because it is a sublingual absorption. Get all of those cravings under control. And then that second bottle really, really helps with mood and metabolism and clarity. The two in combination gives you your best chance to then follow what we call the low glycemic food index or approved food list. This was written by a type 2 diabetic doctor. If you want to, I get asked all the time, what else can we eat? If you want to go to your favorite AI or Google, type in color-coded chart for the low glycemic food index. And what it will do, it will color code in red, yellow, and green what you can eat. So if it's red, you can never have it. If it's yellow and you're trying to lose weight, I would stay way away from it. But if you're going to cheat with a yellow and do it early in the day. But I will tell you, the ones that can stay in that green zone all of the time, all of these foods are in the green zone, and you live in the green on the low glycemic index, which means we're never spiking blood sugar. That combined with the drops within a week or two, it is unbelievable the stabilization you will see on the glucose monitor or when you go to your doctor and he looks at you. The elevated high blood pressure, the elevated high triglycerides, the elevated bad cholesterol, which are all culprits of having elevated blood sugar, they take longer to come down. You can move the blood sugar, stabilize it fairly rapidly, then give those 4 to 6 months, and it'll blow the doctor's mind when they get your blood work. You're going to return to normal. So I always say we never got to where we are in 30 days. Don't expect your first 30 days of drops to get you back where you want to be. This is a 90-day program. We have a ton of cookbooks. I was just working with some people in Central Texas, getting them these cookbooks so they like to cook, and you can have a lot of great things as long as you have these cookbooks. These are just a couple of pictures. This is a man. He started at 400 pounds. He's a pastor, but Randy lost 153 pounds in 6 months. He went all in. This is what I tell the bigger men to especially do. If you can't, it's kind of like being a cocaine addict or a drug addict. I hear this all the time with the food list. Well, can I have a cheat day? Well, if you were a cocaine addict, let me ask you this. Could you have a cheat day? The answer is heck no, you can't have a cheat day. Sugar is more addicting than cocaine when you put it under an MRI image with the brain. Stay away from it. Once you make your commitment, get these drops in you and do not cheat. That's what Randy did, and that's how he lost so much weight so quickly. Same with Reese Antley, 63 pounds, 90 days. Same with Fred Duff, almost 100-pound weight loss. He was one of those that walked around with elevated blood sugar and got the cancer announcement. Had to go through 2 years of fighting it to beat it off, woke him up, and he got his health under control. Ernest, 60 days, 70 years old, lost 42 pounds in 2 months. And it also is highly effective for those men that are trying to rip up or get that last little bit off. It is fabulous. You obviously have to work out if you want muscle, but then you got to get that muscle exposed by getting that subcutaneous fat removed. It's just a fabulous product. You can buy them from whoever brought you here for $176. That's our retail price, or you can pay $29.95 one time. You can buy a 4-pack of these drops. You get the price down to right at $100 a box. And if you want to share 3 with your friends or on social media and sell them, that's all you need to do to have a box free for yourself every month. And remember, if you are a bigger man, you're going to want to do this 4 times a day to really get that blood saturated with all these ingredients. You'll get complete discipline over your decision making. So, you could do 2 boxes your first month, so a 4-pack would last you 2 months. And then the real economical way to do this, even with shipping and tax, when you start buying them by the 10-pack, you get them down to about $90 a box. And then you can just sell 5. You got 5 for free. You want to sell them all. There's nice profitability. And then for the ones that decide they want to do the business side of it, you can order these 30 at a time, and it creates a nice little profit margin there and the ability for you to turn a nice little extra income at the house. So I'm going to unshare my screen, and I'm going to turn this back to you guys, Michelle and Cynthia, who are also both experts. And I forgot to mention the other culprit of elevated blood sugar is a lot of doctors now are saying that dementia/Alzheimer's is type 3 diabetes, insulin sensitivity of the brain. And that hits Michelle McKay very closely because her mom passed away at a very young age. And when you love your mom and you see, it didn't happen with my mom, but it happened with my grandmother. I saw my grandmother go from the most loving human being on planet Earth to not knowing who anybody was. And it's very, very, very tragic. We don't want anybody to go through that. So if there's any relation to elevated blood sugar that we can control, we need to get it under control before it's too late in our families.
Yes, Todd, you said it. I mean, that was the key. That was what really, really started me wanting to share these with other people is that the drops took care of the insulin resistance in my body, which was causing what I think was early Alzheimer's. And we prevented that in my body and gave me hope because I truly thought I had Alzheimer's like my mom. I started having the same symptoms. So we've got to get that insulin resistance under control. So thank you so much, Todd, for covering all of that. So important to me, to my heart, and my mission, and wanting to help people get rid of insulin resistance. Because like you said, it is the culprit for diabetes, heart disease, strokes. And that statistic just hit home. Did y'all hear it? If you didn't hear it, that walking around with a high glucose, high blood sugar, you are 25 times more likely to have a cardiovascular event or cancer event in your lifetime. And so it is imperative that we get that insulin resistance down. So, Todd, that was amazing. Thank you for covering all those points. Cynthia, I know you have something to add.
I'm almost speechless because, again, I'm so excited. Todd, you did an excellent job. And Todd is not only great at what he does, but the way he delivers, it makes you want to do something. And so I'm so excited about this month, to all of you that's on, and especially our guests too, and being that we are celebrating National Men's Month. To all of our men, we want to give you a round of applause for being here this evening. It means everything. But this is why. For 30 years, I've been in a brick and mortar business, standing behind the scene, teaching people on how to feel better in their health. But guess who has been easier between males and females? Males. Because you give them a plan of action, and when they're ready, guess what? They just do it. Yeah. That's been my experience. Now, you think about what Todd said, and something as easy as our liquid discipline, the drops, everything is there prepared. And this is your month. So if you're on this call and you're thinking about what to get your spouse, what to get your significant other, the male in your life, your father, guess what? It's Father's Day. It's Men's Health Month. You think about sharing an opportunity of hope and helping to add years to people's life. How can I say that? Because cells, say it all the time, they don't need fixing, but they do need feeding. So what an opportunity to to get this in the hands of all of our loved ones. So again, to all of you, thank you so much for being here. Get in touch with the person that invited you. And I am telling you, you really are a part of getting these drops in the hands of billions because they work. Science is there. And as we heard from Todd, who does a just fantastic job. I couldn't even get a word big enough out to describe how much I enjoy his presentations and his knowledge. But mainly what I enjoy about Todd is you feel the passion. Could you feel that? Yes. It's like if he could just get in there and say, come on, we can do this. But guess what? We can do it, and we will do it together. So thank you so very much again, Todd, for being with us. And it is your month. It's Men's Month all the time, but especially let's roll it out in June for our men. Thanks for being here. Back to you, Michelle.
Thank you, everybody, for being on tonight. We will continue honoring Men's Health Awareness Month throughout the month of June. We've got Mr. Kevin Coda on next week. And then the week after that, I will have to post it because I can't remember, but we've got men on each night. We're trying to get Reese Antley, Kevin Coda. James Zing will be with us. Yes. James Zing will be with us the following week. So y'all be sure and invite all the men.
One last thing I meant to tell. This is so much easier for men. A man that commits is going to lose weight about twice the pace of the spouse of equal age committing the same. Men, it will roll off of men, and the blood sugar will stabilize so quickly if they will just follow the instructions and drink plenty of water.
Yes. Thank you, Todd, for saying that's almost unfair, but that's why, y'all, we need more men out there helping us share this message with the people so that we can truly get these drops in the hands of billions. So thank you guys for being on. Join us next Monday night. And Todd, thank you so much. That was an exceptional presentation, exactly what
Yes.
all the men needed. And we appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Everybody have a great night. Good night,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Many people are asking about the recording. It is on my personal Facebook page. And as soon as this is over, I will download it and I will post it wherever you guys need it posted so that you have it. And it'll be on my YouTube page pretty quickly as well. So there you go. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Great job.
Thank you, Cynthia. I love you. Bye.
Thank you, Michelle. I love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.